Hi guys, this is going to be the lousiest intro to a vlog because I feel kind of crappy. I've pretty much just got up. I was actually at work and I was supposed to be working today, but all of a sudden I came over like faint, nauseous. I didn't feel like present in myself, like I don't know how to describe it. My arms started really like hurting, aching, and my belly, basically I just felt really ill. And I think it's to do with the fact that I had my COVID vaccine yesterday evening, and the actual experience was totally fine. It was the quickest jab. It was my nurse and doctor as well, which was a nice surprise because you just go to like, well in my instance I went to like this community centre after receiving a text and like booking a slot. And yeah, so it was nice to chat with like doctors and nurses that I knew. And yeah, it was a really quick in and out sort of situation, but I went home feeling fine. Got up like normal for my shift this morning, feeling fine. And then I think it just hit me around like 10:30ish, and to be fair I was doing a lot of strenuous work, so I have to switch arms because this arm is really like kind of hurting now. I was doing a lot of strenuous activity in the job that I do, and all the dogs were pooing and weeing, so it was constant like taking them out, cleaning up their kennel again, taking them out, cleaning up their kennel, and yeah, it was just a lot of up and down movements. That probably made me dizzy too, but I think the only kind of variable that made me feel so ill as I have been feeling today is the fact that I had the COVID jab. But I don't feel as bad, thankfully, so far as when I actually had COVID back in December. So yeah, I mean, yeah. I hope I'm not giving you a horror story. Like, I think it was just probably my poor feeling, my ill feeling was probably provoked more because I was doing such a physical job straight like the day after, if you know what I mean. So maybe that's just kind of sped up the process of any sort of reaction or whatever. But I still want to do a reading vlog this week, or these next couple of days rather, should be really good. I've actually decided to change my career path a bit. I am definitely done in the industry that I'm in at the minute, which if you don't know, I work as a veterinary nursing assistant, and I think just from being at the place I am now, although I have total respect for everyone, really enjoy like my colleagues and stuff, I have no plans for certain now that I want to be a nurse. So yeah, I think I've kind of just progressed as far as I'm wanting to progress in that particular field. I'm not saying never again to the animal industry, like there's so much more in it than just veterinary work, but definitely for veterinary work for me right now, that's it. There's more to it. Maybe I'll do a video about that separately, but yeah, anyway, I've had an interview like last week sometime actually, and I've been offered a job. I might tell you a bit more about these as the vlog goes on, or maybe, you know, as time develops I'll talk about it properly in another vlog. I've also got another interview on Monday for something more within the animal field, and then on Tuesday I've got another interview which is something completely different, which is similar to one that I got offered. So yeah, I am trying to progress myself, trying to stay positive and kind of do the best that I can do for myself, you know. But yeah, enough of all that for the time being. Let's talk about books. So I'm currently reading like 3 books, sort of. The first one I'm reading is a NetGalley arc that I've got, and I'm doing a buddy read with Reader Book Gem on YouTube and Instagram, and it's Who They Was by Gabriel Cross. I'm sorry if I pronounced the surname wrong. So that one, a little bit ahead in terms of today's chapters because I read a little bit further yesterday on my lunch break at work, which is helpful because I'm feeling so sick. I don't know if I even pick it up today because it's like staring at a screen, but you know, at least I was a little bit ahead for today, which helps. Yeah, that one's interesting. I feel like it's almost autobiographical, but I don't think it says it anywhere, so I think both me and Jem are gonna like look up interviews after, just to kind of get a more inside the author's head, because yeah, there's a lot of intensity. We're basically following Gabriel, who is really strange. He's got like this almost double life, but really they're all pieces of him because he doesn't change any particular way for which life he's living, if that makes sense. So you've got him on the streets doing really like intense robberies and, you know, going to prison and stuff like that. But then you've also got him going to uni and trying to get his English degree, and yeah, we're just kind of waiting for this turnaround now, for what's the point where he finds that he doesn't want to, well, we're assuming he doesn't want to have the street lifestyle anymore, but we're quite far into the book and it doesn't feel like he has any remorse yet, but we also feel like he must step away from it in some capacity to have written this book. And, you know, it seems like he must have pursued the English degree. So yeah, we're just kind of plodding through it quite well. It's actually quite quickly paced, like the chapters feel short. We're doing about 4 chapters a day. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's just a bit, there's a lot of is it phonetic writing, like slang and stuff like that, and some words I've never heard before, so that's probably slowing it down just a little bit, but the actual writing in that is very immersive, very fast. For a sort of lighter read in between those heavier settings, I have Tunnel of Bones by Victoria Schwab. This is the second book in the, I don't know what it's called, the City of Ghosts series. I think the 3rd book is out or coming out this year. We're basically following a girl called Cass who can see ghosts. Her parents have like a TV show where they go to the most haunted areas of the world, and the funny thing is that they don't really believe that she can see ghosts, so it's a bit ironic really. And this book sees them in Paris. So yeah, I was slowly making my way through this a couple of weeks ago, and then I pretty much left it for ages, and then the last couple of times I picked it up I read quite a few pages at a time. So I'm getting through that. I'm about the halfway mark now. I'm also reading basically a book of lyrics, so this one's just picking up as and when, because I kind of like singing along to it. And this is Kate Bush's How to Be Invisible, and this is, as I say, literally a book of Kate Bush's lyrics. She's one of my favourite artists. It's nice to have her lyrics kind of printed as poetry almost. And then there's 2 books that I did want to do a reading vlog for, but I'm not sure how achievable it is with me feeling a little bit crappy now. I've got a really busy packed couple of days even though I'm off of work, but we shall see what we get to. I really have this desire to pick up both or either of Piranesi by Susanna Clarke, which is the author of the Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell book, which I've not read but I've heard really great things about. I know a little bit about what it's about, but I've heard people say it's best to kind of go in not knowing too much, so I'm just going to leave it there. And I also want to read, and it's kind of a similar vibe actually, because of like myths and legends. They both got like fawns on the cover, slash satyrs depending on the mythology, and that is Pan's Labyrinth by well, it's written in combination by Guillermo del Toro and Cornelia Funk. Guillermo del Toro is the producer of the movie, so this is like the book written of the movie, and the movie is one of my favourite things ever. It's fantastic. So yes, these I both got around the beginning of the year. One was like a Christmas present and the other I bought myself, and yeah, I'm hoping to pick those up, hoping to try and maybe at least finish this one, get some pages done for the buddy read one, and then just hopefully pick up one of those 2, as well as maybe sing a few lyrics from the lyric book. So yeah, I'll catch you when I've got something else to say. Good afternoon guys, I have just finished reading The Tunnel of Bones by Victoria Schwab. Yeah, I think I'm giving this like a 3 stars. It was enjoyable, definitely what I needed in between like a heavier read, and when I was feeling pretty ill yesterday. I'm feeling much better, by the way. I thought I should probably just mention, it was so weird, like I'm hoping it was just like a 24-hour, couple of hour thing, but yeah, my chest started aching at some point and feeling stabby. My arm was paining me and going into my armpit, and then obviously the other pains and sicknesses that I was feeling that I already told you about, but such a weird sensation and it came so sudden. So I'm feeling much brighter, much better. I've just got like a residue of headache left, but I'm generally alright, so I'm hoping I stay alright. My hair's looking super ratty. I haven't, like, some of it's still twisty curled and some of it's like shrunken up, so it looks really weird. But yes, I enjoyed this. I just think it was a decent read, just what I needed. Yeah, on to the next book, I guess. Oh, I forgot to say that I edited a couple of videos. I edited my flip through of my reading journal. I've just edited my winter empties, and now I'm gonna read some more, maybe prepare for my interview tomorrow, like get all the paperwork and stuff that I need, as well as just kind of enjoy the rest of the day, really. Good morning guys, not much of a lay-in today on my day off because I have an interview a little bit later on this morning, hence the done up face but still wearing pyjamas. I'll change my clothes near at the time because I don't want to mess them up. So yeah, I'm really looking forward for this one. I might as well tell you now, so the first interview that I had last week was, I know, completely different to what my degree and everything's in, but sometimes, you know, it's good to change, build up your CV and experiences. It's for a breakfast and after school club at a nursery, and then this one, going back to the animal industry, is for basically an animal technician at a college. So the students that do animal studies obviously have animals to learn husbandry, welfare, that sort of thing, and the role that I've applied for would be basically the caretaker of those animals when the students aren't in there, you know, just to feed them, clean them out properly, help with demonstrations during lectures and stuff like that. So there's that one. And then tomorrow's interview is another kind of nursery one, and this one is generally like a nursery assistant at a different nursery to the one that I got offered the job at. So yeah, I'm very excited for all of these interviews. I'm feeling really productive. I've also, I forgot to mention, been doing CBT. So my doctor referred me after all my counselling and stuff finished. I had a bit of like a mental breakdown last year, and I'm laughing to kind of relieve the tension, but it was serious. And yeah, I couldn't get hold of my counsellor because she had COVID, and so she wasn't doing any sessions. Even though they were on the phone, she must have been really rough to not be able to just speak, you know, which I understand. And yeah, everything was falling apart. I got signed off of work. I don't even know if I told you guys this, but yeah, a lot was happening. And I mean, I got off lightly. There's way more worse things happening in the world, but yeah, so I managed to get referred, and it took ages because I've only really just started it. Like, this was technically my first week. I got referred by, well, it was a self-referral slash doctor's referral, to use this well, I don't know what you'd call it, this I'm going to describe it as like a webinar called Silver Cloud, through Vitamines, I think it's called, which is like an NHS kind of system where you can do cognitive behavioural therapy. And in this instance, the main cause of my depression and such is grief, but I have a lot of stress in regards to work and things like that, hence why I've decided to change roles and that sort of thing. And the CBT is really interesting, and it kind of focuses in on how to deal with your anxiety, how to find and kind of work around your sort of mood cycle, I guess you'd call it. It's really interesting, but my what do you call them, my therapist or whatever, I don't know what the name of this person would be, but she checks in with you every like 2 weeks, and she released basically the modules that I had to go through, and there's me thinking I had to complete all 7 modules in a week, and I realised no, that was supposed to be spanning over the 6 weeks. So as soon as I realised that, I came to the end and I was like, this really feels like it's wrapping things up, where's the rest? And then I was like, oh. So I explained and she said, it's fine, you've definitely had like a busy week, just go over the resources again, maybe make some more notes. And to be fair, the first 2 weeks that I did in that week of content, I kind of sped through because I thought I had to get it done quick. So I would like to go back over them, download the resources whilst I have the opportunity. So it's worked out well. Get some more practice in for those things. So yeah, it's interesting. I do feel like, though, I know this has turned into a complete different conversation than what I intended it to be, but I do feel like with CBT, as this is my first kind of experience doing it, I would benefit more from actually having the therapist talking to me and teaching it to me, because although I love reading, as you guys know, I don't learn from just reading. Like, it's not properly going into my head and staying there. I prefer like to be shown and spoken through it, make my own notes, that sort of thing. And yeah, it was something like this. I feel like I'm not getting the most of it because it is so very much sort of self-motivated. I don't have that issue with the motivation, but it's very much like me on my own, really. I don't have any communication with the therapist until she signs in on that designated time every 2 weeks or whatever, do you know what I mean? I mean, I could email her if I wanted to, but it's not like it's not really much of a direct communication, if you know what I mean. But it's very interesting nonetheless, and I feel like it's helping. I'm getting something out of it, which is great. In terms of reading, I've nearly done with Who They Was, and I think both me and Gemma, from the vibes of our conversations, may be settling on the same kind of feeling. It's I don't know, not quite sure how I feel about it. I mean, I have an idea what I feel about it, but I'm kind of upset it's not how I wanted it to feel about it. That is so coy. Anyway, I'm gonna have a cup of tea. I'm gonna leave having something to eat until a little bit closer to my interview time, just so my belly doesn't start rumbling, because I know it will. But yeah, that is it. That's my little update for now. Catch you on the flip side. Okay, so I just had that interview and I think it went really well. You know, you can never tell. Like, it was a really good conversation, really good questions. I felt at ease and comfortable. I think I might have giggled nervously quite a few times, but they seemed really engaging. It was like a panel kind of interview, so there was 3 other ladies. 2 were like I think the head of services, 1 was the head of animal management, I believe, and then the 3rd person was like the HR recruiter person, and she sort of introduced us and then stepped out of the interview for the actual portion of it, but she could hear, like, she was listening in. And then at the end of that, the 2 ladies that were actually interviewing me went, and the other lady came back just to get my details, like my passport, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, it was really, really good. I got a lot of information. They asked me questions in regards to like safeguarding, animal care generally, experience, qualifications, that sort of thing. And yeah, I had a good time. Fingers crossed. They said well done for getting to this far, like an interview stage, because it is very, like, they had a lot of people apply, so it's quite saturated. And they said they should, well, if I'm successful or whatever, I should hear back by, well, the earliest would be this Thursday, because they've still got people to see. And then the next stage, depending on if I'm successful, they'll choose like the 4 best kind of candidates to come in and actually have a look around the campus. It's, you know, have a look around the campus, have a look around the facilities that you'd be working in. And yeah, that's it. That is it. So, exciting stuff indeed. They also said, basically, do you have an interest in teaching? Because I guess the answers I were given, it was like I'm passionate about that. And it's funny because people have always said to me, oh, I can't believe you don't want to go into teaching, do you want to be a teacher? And I remember it's one of those things my mum used to say to me all the time, because I'm so into books, because I'm so passionate about learning and dropping random facts and things like that. And one of my previous jobs was like an education officer. And I said, do you know what, the more I'm kind of applying for roles like this, and obviously I've applied for like nursery positions, and that's all like learning and things like that, I realised that yes, I actually think teaching could be the way for me. I don't know, but they said basically if you're successful, there is opportunity for development there. You can go on to getting your level 1 teaching degree and teach a couple of hours a day, and you would get paid teacher's rate for that. Let me just jot that down because I forgot. So yeah, it all sounds quite flexible at this stage. Yeah, very exciting stuff. Also very exciting, a couple of hours ago I got my new phone delivery, so I decided to treat myself to my phone because of me kind of getting through myself, well, getting to myself on this journey and kind of doing the best for me, and that is basically pushing myself out there, applying for a new job, albeit in COVID, which might be risky and might be foolish, but it's something, you know, it's not just an overnight thought, do you know what I mean? Like, I've been building myself up to push myself out there for a while now, and I'm doing that, and I'm, you know, I'm being somewhat successful in that, and I feel like I should treat myself. I'm a very hard saver. I know it looks like I'm throwing up a haul every other week or whatever, but I really do save a lot, and that's something that I'm quite, what's the word, very proud of. I've, you know, saved since I can remember, to be honest. I remember all Christmases and birthdays I always used to keep my money away, and my mum was like, oh, what are you even saving for? And I was like, for life. I didn't really know what that meant, and she laughed, but I guess, you know, things happen, and I'm glad that I had that installed in me at an early age. So all that to say, I've decided to buy myself a present, which is a phone. So I purchased it through giffgaff, and yeah, let's see what I've got. This isn't going to be like a proper techie video or anything like that. It's just a chill little unboxing. So let's open it. How exciting! So this is the phone that I have got. Stuck with Samsung again. I've been with them for years. Pretty much my whole phone history is pretty much just been Samsung. And I have got the S21 Plus 5G model, and I've got it in, I think it's called Phantom Violet, which is this stunning kind of purple colour. I must say though, it isn't the best packaging. Like, it is literally just in that bag, and when I picked it up I nearly dropped it, so that would have been the phone gone. Let's see, I can't get into it because it's got stickers on it, honestly. Luckily I've got nails now. She says that she can't open it. There we go. Oh wow, it's massive. This is my phone currently, for reference. And I'm gutted because I've recently bought, well, when I say recently, like 4 or 5 months ago, I bought some new cases, and now I can't really use them. But this is the reference. This is the S7 Edge, and this is the S21 Plus, like so. Very exciting. Oh, I don't know if I'll save it for when, oh my god, it's beautiful. I don't know if I'll save it for when I've actually decided, well, when my notice runs out or what, but yeah, this is my gift to myself. Look at that stunning colour. It feels nice. Apparently it's smudge proof and that now. We'll see, we'll see. But yeah, this is really lovely. It's not obnoxiously big. Like, I think I've had bigger. It sounds a bit weird, but I think it's comfortable. Let me just, it's heavier than this one for sure. How exciting. So yeah, I absolutely really love it. This is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It comes with a giffgaff SIM card as well, but I've already got a SIM card from giffgaff, so I can just, you know, do it. Just hop over the stuff. It's really cool because I don't know if it's like all SIM cards now, but I know for giffgaff at least, this sounds like a giffgaff sponsorship. It's not, honestly. It's just who I've been with for the past couple of years. I used to be like, I think O2 and then EE, and then that disappeared or whatever, and now it's giffgaff because that's still like owned by O2 or something. I don't know. Basically, I've been within that family of SIM cards and stuff for ages, just like I've been with the family of Samsung models for ages. But with their SIM cards, it's like a tri-model, so you can have the standard, the micro and the nano, depending on how you cut it out, which is really cool. So you can literally just transform. Obviously you can't retransform and make it back into a standard because you've already got rid of that outer shell, do you know what I mean? But I thought that was pretty nifty. So this, I believe, is a nano SIM, and in this phone I have a micro SIM, so the nano is smaller than the micro, I believe, and so I'll be able to cut it down smaller to fit this, like this basically. There's a bit of visual information for you. Yeah, what else have I got with this? Let me see. Have a little bit of information. So it comes with the little pin, and a little booklet. Oh, and a charger. Ooh, this is a cool little one. And then just a little bit of paperwork. What does it say? This is just the warranty card information. Oh, and then just a quick start guide. You know, the general, it tells you about which button does what, all that. The interesting thing about this as well, I think this is my first phone without an actual home button, so it'll be interesting to see how I get on with that, because I am quite, I don't know, I like having buttons on my screens. So this is, I think, the first time I've not, so let's see how that goes. But yeah, I guess that's it for my little unboxing. And that's it for my update on my interview. I have another phone call later. It's not an interview or anything, it's just some adulting mind nonsense. So yeah, I'll catch in with you later. I do feel like I want to read. I think I'm just going to get into something comfy because this top is a little bit restricting, but I wanted to kind of show my love of animals in a smart business kind of way. Yeah, let's see how that went. I don't know what I'm saying now. I've been talking for too long apparently. Yeah, I'll catch you later. Hey guys, so I finished Who They Was last night, and I ended up giving it a 2-star. For a while I was leaning on a 3-star, but as I was coming to the end, it just wasn't giving me what I feel like it was building up to, which was this sort of reformation, this turnaround. And I guess technically we did get a little bit of that, but more in a realistic, everyday, subtle way. But it didn't deliver a message that I could pick up on, the message that I thought it was going to be about. It just, yeah, it was a strange one. It's weird. I enjoyed the experience. It was very interesting to read from a person who has this like dual perspective of living a life of crime whilst also getting his degree and striving for this education that he wants. But I also at the same time didn't see the point of it, which sounds really bad because it's someone's life story, do you know what I mean? But I was just like reading it, and throughout the whole thing the majority of the mood that really stuck out to me was this like glorification of the crimes that were being committed, and this like thrill of possibly being caught but mainly like not being caught. And it just, yeah, it didn't deliver what I expected. Maybe I should have managed my expectations better, but yeah, it's a 2-star unfortunately. Definitely check out Read a Book Gem's channel because I'm sure she'll be talking about it in her March wrap up. I'm not sure her final thoughts at this point, but I think we were on a similar wavelength, so there's that. Today I am going to pick up Piranesi. I've decided for now that's probably how I'm going to pronounce it the most of the time, by Susanna Clarke. And I think I mentioned earlier, apparently this is best if you know little, so I'm going to see how I feel the first couple of pages and stuff, and kind of, you know, give my thoughts and feelings as I go. We shall see. So do excuse the darkness. I've got like the washing rack in the way. I wonder if I can make it, bear with me. excuse any food possibly around my mouth. I've just stopped midway through dinner because I just wanted to quickly pop on and say that I've got a little bit of things to show you. I popped to Sainsbury's and I saw they had the cutest baby clothes. My partner's older sister is having a baby and I thought, oh, I've got to get some of these items. We've already got her some stuff, but I didn't know how nice Sainsbury's baby wear was. Thing in here, so they had these like collections that I hadn't seen anywhere. They had like a lot of vintage stuff. They had, well, I say vintage, you know, they're designed that look kind of old school. So they have like a Winnie the Pooh range, they have Beatrix Potter, they had Elmer the elephant, which I loved as a kid. And so yeah, I saw this. It's their, what do they call it? It's like a baby changing bag, and it's a Winnie the Pooh one, and it's this beautiful like light blue with polka dots all over it, and it's just, oh, it's so lovely. It's got a zip compartment at the back. It's got two little like pockets for milk, juice, whatever, a big zip at the front, and then inside, do you know what, I even said I would just use this as a bag because it is so nice. It's so nice. So inside it has a lovely Winnie the Pooh like changing mat. It's very spacious. There's some more like little pocket situations going on in here, like a zip at the back and the little pockets at the front in here. And then in that I got some little outfits. I actually got Chloe, who's one of my best friends, her son's birthday is next week, so I got him a raincoat, and I'll show you what pattern it was, but it's this kind of material, and I thought, wow, the quality is stunning. So this is obviously for my partner's sister's baby who's having a little girl. I've got a few different sizes just so she's got some things to look forward to, but this is a 12 to 18 months little raincoat, and it just feels nice quality. It's got a little hood as well. How precious is that? Oh my god, it's just so lovely. It just makes me want to like dress up my dolls or something. Oh, how precious. This weren't that bad either. They even had some really nice things on sale. I got this cute little jungle outfit, and this is the pattern I went for Chloe's son in terms of the raincoat. Yeah, so it's this little jungle animal like play suit outfit with a matching bucket hat, I think they're called, and I got this one in 3 to 6 months. And then the last thing is something she can wear sort of in the earlier stage of coming into existence, and that is, I had to get this Elmer the elephant. It's just a little like onesie with a zip, so it's easy to get into really quick, and it's just got this beautiful Elmer the elephant, the rainbow elephant pattern all over it with some multicolored polka dots on a white background, and this is for up to 1 month. And yeah, so this is adorable. So I got those little bits for her, and yeah, I hope she likes them because I just couldn't resist. Honestly, they were just too precious to pass up. And then I also got a few items for myself. I saw these mini versions of Dr. Paw Paw, and I really do like them for my lips and like for dry hands. At the moment I'm nearly finished up with my original big tube, and then I also have a tinted red big tube, and then these are small little versions of the original balm but in a yellow packaging. It's just a multi-purpose soothing balm using papaya fruit, hydrating, nourishing balm for lip, skin, cuticles and many more uses. And then it says on the back you can use it on your lips, and I didn't know that people use it for eyebrows as well, so I might have to try that, and for cuticles. And then like the tinted ones, they sort of market it at different things. So this tinted one is good for the lips, the cheeks, and for cosmetic finishing, apparently, whatever that means. So yeah, I got the yellow one, which is original, and the pink one, which is peach pink. It just says like tinted peach pink. So those are those. And I know I've already uploaded a haul for March, but I bought some more books, and these were books that I was happy to spot. Quite a few of them are new to me that I've had on my sort of agenda. One's, for example, one was like, I'll just do a quick show because I'll probably still do like a haul. One was like a sequel in a series that I didn't even realise was out yet. One's from an author that I really like, and I usually get her books through NetGalley. One's a book that I've wanted to read. It's like a Read Caribbean release, and I've been trying to keep on that and just kind of be aware of that, just because it's my heritage and I don't read enough like Caribbean titles, black authors. And then another is like from a, I believe, Japanese author, which is cool. So yeah, I've got a nice stack. Oh, and another one is from a series that I'm borrowing from my cousin, and it was a World Book Day book. So yes, I have a nice little stack to haul maybe at the end of the month, or kind of going into April. That's it for those exciting things for the moment. I also wanted to come and do a little update before I continue with my dinner for Piranesi. So far I have read 32 pages, so I'm not far at all, and it's strange to say the least. It is very peculiar. I'm still very much at the stage where I'm trying to feel things out and get a vibe of just everything. Our main character who's narrating the story, we're kind of reading his journal entries by the sound of things, and just trying to get a feel for the world that is created and the world that he understands. But it is very, yeah, I don't really know. I'm still kind of, I'm uncertain. I almost feel like something very magical just needs to happen. But then at the same time I'm thinking, oh, maybe I've got this completely wrong and it's not that sort of book. Because I thought this guy was Piranesi, but this is one of the statues that he talks about in his journal entries. And so I'm wondering, like, what has happened? What is the state of the world? Because his world is this hall, like these halls that he lives in this house. And it seems like there's constant like floods, or the tides are constantly coming in. So I want to know what the state is outside of that situation, if there are actual like people inhabiting outside. It's just like, how did they get there? I don't know if the journal entries will go that far back. It seems like it's just kind of going in a linear kind of forward direction at the minute, and I'm still feeling it out. I really hope I like this. This would be my first book by Susanna Clarke. I haven't read Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, which I believe was her debut book. It's a thick, beefy one, so I was kind of sort of gambling up how much I enjoy this book when I finish it upon completion, to whether I check out that other book. So yeah, it's just interesting. I'm feeling it out. I'm kind of trying to get acquainted with things. Still early days yet, I would say. So yeah, that's it for my update at the moment. I'm just gonna go finish my dinner now, watch some true crime YouTube channels that I seem to be doing a lot of late. And yeah, oh, also I've done this really little cute hairstyle. So I had my hair out today and then it started like raining, so it puffed up a little bit, but I still wanted kind of the texture and everything, so I've put random little twists throughout my hair but gathered it up. So I've done like twists coming this side, one twist in the middle that was thick, two random ones there, and then I put it in a puff, and then I've added another little twist at the side and crossed them over, and I think that looks really nice. But I didn't know if it would look like I'd just forgotten to unravel my hair, because I've just got random bits of twists like done up and then the rest is out. But I just wanted it for texture and a bit of quirk. I would add beads, but I can't be arsed right now, so that might make it obvious that I've intentionally left those in. But yeah, I don't know, I just felt like, you know, it's freeing on my head, like it's back enough, but it doesn't feel like too tight or anything like that. And it looks quite cute, especially with the little crossover. I feel like here would be the nice place to put the beads if I had any to do. Well, I do have some, maybe I will. We'll see. But yeah, that is it for my update for now. Now it's time for dinner. So I just picked back up How to Be Invisible after kind of not reading it for a little while, or singing to it for a little while. As you can hear, I've been singing, my voice has gone all funny. I've just listened / sang along to A Choral Room, which I'd never heard before, and it had me in tears. Like, it was just beautiful. I feel like when you hear a song for a first time, it's such an amazing, if you enjoy the song of course, it's such an amazing experience, but having the lyrics in front of you, like kind of breaking down and almost seeing more of what the story could be, what the artist is trying to get across, is just another experience entirely. Yeah. Yeah, that was beautiful. There's quite a lot of songs that I didn't realise that I didn't know were either by Kate Bush that I didn't realise maybe, or songs that I'd never heard before. But yeah, I'm really enjoying kind of slowly wading my way through this little book. I also forgot to mention how that interview went earlier. It was really good, and I was invited back and scheduled in a trial day. However, we were kind of under the discussion that it was going to be more of an apprentice pay. This one was for a nursery assistant, but through an apprenticeship. And after I kind of got the facts and figures a bit more in detail, and kind of discussed with my partner about if I can do that for a year, because it was apprenticeship pay for the year, and then after that, regardless of like qualification or whatever, it'd go up to minimum wage, which is now national living wage from 23 aged up, which is changing in April, I believe. But yeah, we kind of broke down our sort of finances and stuff, and you know, monthly outgoings is just it's gonna be a bit tight. And I know it's just for a year, and you know, you could get a qualification from it as well, but I don't know, I feel like I have a better outcome through the other roles, if that makes sense. Although that would be a really nice place to, obviously, like I wouldn't have applied if I wasn't interested in working, do you know what I mean? Like, it's still local, but I think one of my other options are even closer to me, and I don't need to do the apprenticeship pay situation. So yeah, I messaged back and I was like, oh, thank you very much for your time. She said, you know, if I decide that the apprenticeship pay is a deterrent, just to let them know to cancel the trial day. Obviously there'll be no point going to the trial day if I'm thinking no. So I just did that via email, but it was a very good interview experience. You know, got on really well, chatted, answered all the questions, felt at ease and comfortable, got a few jokes in, but you know, it was still like professional, do you know what I mean? Like, it was just at ease, comfortable. So yeah, I'm just enjoying kind of building up my experience with interviews, especially interviews for different roles, and also kind of learning about myself as an individual, and kind of seeing what I am steering towards in terms of my, well, I guess my immediate goals now, but perhaps life goals later on in life. One of the questions was, where do I see myself in 5 years? And I answered that quite well, to be fair. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but yeah, it was a decent question, with a good answer, I feel. And it's just making me think things in the longer term of perspectives and things like that. So it's good, it's all round good experience. Good evening. I've got a little update for you in regards to Piranesi. I am almost halfway through. I've been reading it at work today, and we're finally getting somewhere. I feel like there's a plot kind of unfolding very slowly, and I feel like it's such a short book. When will this unravel, if you know what I mean? But yeah, things are kind of coming into play now. Things that may show that Piranesi is an unreliable character, and the surroundings that he's been describing to us may not be what he seems, or there's more to it than he seems, and his perspective is very skewed. The things he's feeding us as a reader is not entirely how they are to be. And I don't want to talk too much about that, because I don't want to spoil it. As I say, a lot of people have said go into this knowing very little, so I wouldn't want to, you know, strip you of the chance to do that if you wanted to read this after. But yeah, things are coming into fruition a little bit, but it is still very kind of like, I'm still sussing it out. I'm more invested now though, as I am seeing that things may not be as they seem. I have just finished Piranesi, and this was such a strange book. I think I'm settling on like a 3 stars. Definitely when we got to like the halfway mark, things started getting interesting. You could kind of see and unpick a greater plot happening, but when that plot sort of developed, I almost feel like we needed to know more in that regards. I feel like we slogged through a lot of the process of Piranesi and trying to get in his head and kind of his day-to-day, and I feel like we almost had too much of that. It could have been cut down and condensed a little bit so that we had more time with the actual unraveling, and maybe more detail about the world in that sense, Piranesi's world that is. But yeah, it was intriguing. I don't know if I'm convinced enough to try out Susanna Clarke's Doctor Strange and Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, because it's such a chunk. I don't think I was keen on this one that much to try that. But if she comes out with like another sort of book this sort of size or so, I'd probably pick it up if it was something that intrigued me or it had like another interesting cover. But yeah, I just feel like I thought it was going to be a bit more magical than it was. I want to say the sort of genre that it is because it's a genre that I've really enjoyed of late, but I don't want to spoil it. But even that, it's not really about that. It's very character driven, which is interesting, but I just feel like it focused on not the most interesting characters or parts of it, if that makes sense. But yeah, 3 stars for Piranesi. Hey guys, so I'm just getting ready, or I've just got ready to go food shopping. I've been editing a video this morning which is anime and cartoons I've recently watched, so hopefully the scheduling process goes fine for that. I think it's just finished processing. I can't remember if I mentioned on here yet, but I've had an issue. The last time I bulk like scheduled some stuff, they all released on the same day, and I was like, what, this isn't what I intended to do, which was frustrating. But I'm hoping that's not gonna happen with this video, we'll see. Anyway, I started yesterday at work during my lunch Pan's Labyrinth by Guillermo del Toro and Cornelia Funk, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It just reads like a magical fairy tale, very like pretty much scene by scene of the movie, which, as I said before, I absolutely adore. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to get a chance to finish it during this vlog, but to be honest, I don't really know how long I'm going to be like vlogging for. Might as well just carry it on. I'll just see how it goes. But yeah, I was going to show you some new stuff that I got like over the last couple of months. This is one of the shirts. I loved it. I saw No Safer Place, I follow her on YouTube and Instagram, had this shirt, and I asked her where she got it from, and she said it was from Nasty Gal. And so I was like, okay, even though I had a bad experience with Nasty Gal before, I will still get it. And it was on sale, so that was cool. I had no issues this time around. And then I was going to show you some new coats that I recently treated myself to, but I thought, hold on a minute, I've just bought some shoes as well, so I might as well just do a haul. So stay tuned for that if you are interested in a little bit of a clothing haul. And yeah, so that's it so far. I'm just going to get some food shopping. I've had some breakfast and everything like that. Yeah, just going to finish up on this computer and then I'll be ready to go, really. So I am currently just setting up my new phone. I've broken into the box. The temptation was too much. So that's what I'm doing at the minute. Haven't picked up any of Pan's Labyrinth yet today. I'm hoping to get a little bit of reading in this evening at some point. However, it's looking like we may be doing a movie night. So that might throw my reading plans out of order a little bit, but that's totally fine. A movie night might be just what I need. So yeah, that's all for today, really. We're not doing an awful lot, it's just pretty chill. I filmed a haul when I came in from food shopping, and that's about it, really. I got that video edited earlier on today, got the haul filmed, and now it's just chill pretty much for the rest of the day, for the rest of the weekend, really. So yay! Oh, this is a weird angle. Good evening, guys. I'm just taking my makeup off, and I thought I would pop on and show you these wipes that I have used a few times. So I got these for Christmas, and they're really cute. They're called Find Cleansing Wipes, vegetable charcoal infused. And I was super excited to see that inside they're actually black. How cool is that? So it is time to remove the makeup. It's really interesting, like, texture. It's strange. I've not seen ones like these before. They smell really nice. So we've just watched Pet Sematary, the new one. I haven't seen either of the movies, like the old one or this one, until now, or read the book by Stephen King, and it was a strange one. In theory, it sounded scary, and that's why I didn't want to watch it. I didn't want anything really to do with it, especially with animals. But then actually watching it, it was pretty lousy. Like, I was a little bit disappointed, to be honest. The execution wasn't very well carried out, and it dragged. Like, literally everything just happened in the last 20 minutes, and it was like, okay. So unfortunately, that's a no from me, which is a shame, because, as I say, the idea, horrifying. The actual production, not very good. Like, it's a well-made film, like stylistically, I guess you'd say, but actually, like, story-based and that, it just didn't translate very well onto screen, in my opinion. Not that I can compare it to the book, because, as I say, I've not read the book, but yeah, that's a shame. Now we're gonna watch, I think, Angels and Demons, because I watched the Da Vinci Code for the first time the other day. We keep meaning to watch the sequel to it, so I think that's what we're going to be doing now. But yeah, I really just wanted to come on here to talk about Pet Sematary and show you these cool wipes, because they were like something I've never seen before. This is how it's taken off my makeup, by the way. They are kind of makeup removal wipes. They have like I think it said micellar water inside it or something. So yeah, they are made for this, and they feel really nice and gentle on the skin. But they're not like drenched. I think it removes it quite well. But anyway, hold on. There we go, a bit more in focus. Yay! Okay, good night. Hey guys, I haven't checked in a while. I've actually been sent home a little bit earlier because I had a bit of an accident. And before we get into this one, I'm going to tell you the one that happened on Friday, so literally like 5 days ago. And I don't know how it's possible to have two similar accidents within the space of a couple of days, but here we go. Me and one of the student nurses was walking a giant schnauzer. I didn't even know you could have giant schnauzers, but they're stunning and obviously very strong. So we were walking together. We come down out of the door. We go past like this little narrow walkway to get to the main part where we walk. I don't know what happened. It's just funny because she was like, oh, for some reason as I'm walking down these little stairs, I just saw my life flash before my eyes, and I'm like, ha, ha, ha. Next thing I know, we're both laying on our backs. She's laying on top of me and I'm laying on top of like these sticky, twiggy shrubbery in the ground. The schnauzer's like decided he wants to go one way, I guess, and not the other way, and he sort of toppled us down with his strength, so we both landed. And I didn't know for the whole of that day that my bum was bleeding. It literally got punctured by a twig, I'd assume. And yeah, it's been, as I say, about 5 days now, and it's swollen, it's bruised, my crack is bruised. Yeah, it's a lot. And then today the reasoning for why I've been sent home is I was out walking. It's funny because everyone thought it was going to be this dog when I was telling them about the accident last week. They thought it was this dog, which is a gorgeous husky, and I was like, no, he's really, really good, it's fine. And I guess I spoke too soon, but honestly this wasn't his fault. He we were just walking. We was actually on our way back into the surgery, and the path is horrible around there. Like, it's just so uneven, and must have tripped, but as I've tripped, my foot's like lodged under, I guess, the loose slab that I tripped over, and I couldn't move it quick enough, so I've literally gone like skidding, like on my side into the beginning of the grassy area, but that's again all hedged up, like with trees that have shed, and like it's basically like sticky shrubbery. So I've like slid through it, sliced up all my arm, like grazed, burnt. All of this side was muddy, all of it's like bruised, scratched, my knees scratched, my toe hurts from where I smacked it into the bloody stone. And to top it off, I smacked my head into like a tree, like the stump of a tree that was amongst the hedges. And yeah, I've been sent home. This was supposed to be a funny story, but it's gotten more serious as I've explained. So yeah, I feel a little bit dazed. I know people are going to be a bit two-sided, because if you hit your head you should go to A&E, but I don't feel that enough. Like, I don't want to waste their resources. Like, there's so much going on at the minute, and I don't feel like that I just need to lay down but not sleep, because I feel like that's bad, just in case I was concussed. I just need to rest, because I don't think I could have carried on walking the rest of the dogs, basically. And to be fair, it was only like an hour and a half that I had left anyway, roughly around then. But still, I felt like this was so dramatic, I should have just stayed and done something else. But also, I'm in pain, my arms are stinging, my body is throbbing, and my head kind of hurts. On to lighter things, shall we? I have been reading Pan's Labyrinth, as you guys know. I've also started another book. I started yesterday another buddy read. I'm reading The Traitor's Queen by Trudy Canavan, which is the third and final book in the Traitor Spy trilogy, which is the sequel trilogy to The Black Magician. I'm buddy reading that with Deborah from Hills of Books on Instagram. But anyway, I'm not really talking about that in this video. As I was saying, Pan's Labyrinth, really enjoying it. I actually kind of stopped a little bit when I got to the chapter about the Pale Man. If you've seen the movie, you might know what I mean, but yeah, that just really freaks me out. Still loving it, adore it, the illustrations. I'm almost kind of savouring it because I'm enjoying my experience with it so much. But yeah, that's it for that. I'm now gonna try and stay awake and try and be productive, but also rest, because my body hurts. Like, it's been bruised and battered twice in the space of 5 days, and I think it's kind of screaming at me right now. So yeah, I think maybe a hot bath with some Dettol poured in, because I need to disinfect these wounds, shall we say. I have just finished Pan's Labyrinth, and this was so beautiful. It was just perfect. Yeah, a fantastic addition for me to own. You know, as a lover of the movie and the production, the story, it just encapsulated it so vividly and perfectly. I really adored this, so probably a 5 stars for sure. That actually wraps up this reading vlog. I'm really happy with the amount of books I got through, whether I started and finished them or just finished them for this vlog. I'm quite chuffed at the amount that I read. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of any of these books, if you've read them yourself or if they're on your TBR, and I'll catch you in the next video soon. Bye. I don't know what that was. I meant to do that, but yeah, my hand freaked.